I'm getting distracted by my dog. It's just so cute.
So cute.
You're too cute, Coco. Oh, maybe we should have put like. Remember when we had like little wings? We gave him.
Oh yeah, he ate those.
Hi, welcome to the new Power Paradigm featuring.
What's up, y'all? It's Mariana.
I was gonna introduce you as Georgie. What the?
I'm not a method actor. I'm sorry.
Okay, welcome to the new Power Paradigm featuring
Georgie
and
Space Cowboy.
and me, Jae-yeon. I didn't have a costume. I didn't have time to plan, but I'm wearing a horror shirt and with a bunch of different horror characters, so it works. Today we are doing our Waffle 2, exactly.
Oh, we forgot this Coco with us.
Oh yeah, we have Coco.
Coco.
Coco's with us.
That's my dog.
I don't know if you can see Coco. Coco's just lying on the bed.
He's our co-host.
Coco's just being like casual and just hanging out with us.
He's here to represent the dog voices.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, here to represent all dogs everywhere. Today's our Halloween themed episode, as you can
This
tell.
is our first pillow talk together.
Oh my gosh, that's right!
No one is on vacation.
No, wow!
Forever bitter that we're not on vacation.
Forever bitter.
We're all working now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't have a job. But I go to school.
School is a
Your
job.
school is a job.
School is a job.
It doesn't pay though.
It doesn't pay, unfortunately.
It does. I'd be like at school every single
God.
day.
Oh god. So today we're going to be talking about our favorite spooky things. We love Halloween. We're big fans of Halloween. We celebrate spooky things. Mine, I don't know. They're not really like Halloween related, but they're spooky related. Obviously, the first thing that came to mind, I'm pretty sure it's on all of your lists as well, is Get Out. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to talk about Get Out. We just have to we have to talk about it. Directed by Jordan Peele, which came out in February, I believe. So there's Chris and Rose invites Chris to meet her family in some like country house or something. If you haven't seen Get Out, what are you doing?
You have to watch it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So good.
I watched it in the theater and we were together.
Yeah, we were
together. And I just came out of it like just in awe of Jordan Peele and his vision and how important this movie is.
I loved
You
it.
have to watch it.
Honestly, it's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because it's not a traditional horror movie where there's like jump scares and blood and like, you know, there's one evil villain. It's like this new genre of horror that's like really allegorical and you have to think about it, and it was fantastic.
I don't necessarily think it's like a new genre. I think people are always categorizing it as like starting like a new trend of horror that's a more sophisticated version of horror, which I find like a little like detrimental to the horror genre. But I think, I mean, there's, of course, it's a horror film.
Not in like the traditional sense of horror movies, where it's like a slasher film or a gore film or.
Yeah.
I just love the way like it built up. It was building up. Like it just like you knew something was up in that town. You should watch it. It's so good. But you knew something was up in that town, right? And then the way it builds up, the how uncomfortable the person is, and me as a black person, at some point I was like, damn, those things happen to me too, you know? And it was just so uncomfortable. And the main character was on point. What's his name again?
Daniel Kaluuya, that's his name. Yeah, he's great. He was in Black Mirror also. One of the first episodes, I think, of Black Mirror. He was really great in that too. But yeah, I totally agree, because I think what's great about horror is that it really feeds on the fears, and you can see a lot of societal issues through horror. So that's what's really great about it. Next,
so I'm gonna talk
Halloween
about. I was really young when I saw the movie. I still know what she did last summer. And the Brandy in the movie.
Yes! Oh gosh.
I was like, I don't know if she was just amazing. Like, I think it was the first time I saw a scary movie with a black woman, and just like she was running, but she was clever. She was witty. It wasn't like all those movies where you just like there's a noise and just like who's there. No, she was like something strange. We have to get out, you know. And I was like, it was so good. Like
when there's something strange in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call? Brandy.
Oh, Brandy, yeah.
I mostly went with movies because I really like watching like scary movies around Halloween. Kind of controversial, but I really like Blade Trinity with Wesley Snipes and what's his name, Ryan Reynolds. Like, I think that's one of the it's like, honestly, well, I mean, the second Blade was pretty good because that was directed by Guillermo del Toro, and like anything that man does, like, I'm behind it 110%.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed Blade Trinity. It's like a really fun, goofy vampire movie. And Ryan Reynolds is like he's like Deadpool even in that movie before he became Deadpool. So I really like that movie.
Yes. Mine next one is The Wishing Stairs. Have you guys ever seen The Wishing Stairs?
I've never seen that movie.
Okay, so so it's if you're a fan of Asian horror, South Korea has really like amazing horror films.
I have 2 South Korean horror movies on my list.
I like one.
Oh my gosh, South Korea, you're just so good. You're just so amazing. So mine is The Wishing Stairs, and it's 2003, directed by Jae-yeon. The Wishing Stairs is a part of a series called the Whispering Corridors series, which is all the films. I think there are like 5, I think. And this one is the 3rd installment of that series. All the stories happen in a boarding school setting, an all-girls boarding school setting, where things get creepy. It has like really like cliche horror tropes, but I love it. I love it so much. So it's basically about there's this legend in the school where if you climb like a certain number of stairs to the dormitory, you have a spirit who will like show up and give you a wish. And it's about these 2 girls who are studying ballet at that school, and things go wrong in boarding schools, in all girls boarding schools.
As they tend to do.
As they tend to do. And I really love it. Yeah, it's my favorite one from the series.
Talking about boarding schools, there was a movie I saw not too long ago, The Silenced. And basically it talks about a girl, I forgot her name.
Shideko?
Shideko, yeah.
Shideko, I think that was her name.
She goes into a boarding school, and apparently if you do good, you can go to Japan. I don't know how you do good in the movie, I forgot. But so she goes in the boarding school, and then she realizes something strange is happening in that boarding school. Girls are disappearing.
I love boarding schools.
Movie you have to watch it.
It's really good. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, so you can watch it like whenever you can. I say watch it.
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh, I also forgot to mention in The Wishing Stairs, it's a woman who directed it. And I just love that.
Yeah.
I love that. We need more women in the horror genre.
Oh yeah, we definitely do. I think my next recommendation is keeping in the theme. It's a South Korean horror movie. It's one of my personal favorites. It's Train to Busan.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's so
yes.
good.
It's so good.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's so good.
It's directed by Yong Sang-ho. It's a 2016 movie. It's pretty recent. And I watched it because Diane recommended it. And honestly, it is one of the most amazing horror movies that I've seen in a while because it's so heartfelt. Like I cried. It was so fucking great. It was so good.
It was so good. Horror doesn't just scare you guys. So horror makes you cry. It makes you laugh. I mean, maybe you won't laugh with this. Maybe you won't laugh with this one. But Train to Busan is amazing. Amazing.
It was really good.
It was so stressful.
Oh my
I
god,
was so stressed.
So basically this divorcee dad wants to get his daughter doesn't want to stay with him anymore, and she wants to go back home to Busan to her mother. And he's like, I'm working. So the daughter finally like manages to like wear him down, and he's like, fine, I'll take you on the first morning train myself. So they get on this train, and it's like a train from wherever the dad is living to Busan. And there's like a zombie outbreak while they were leaving, and someone who was infected got onto the train. So they're basically stuck on a bullet train heading to Busan with like zombie infected, like with the zombie virus like in them, like in the train, and it's just like so stressful and so good, and I really, really recommend it.
My next one, I'm gonna recommend a podcast, Alice Isn't Dead.
Yes,
which started I think last year, and it's by Joseph Fink, who created Welcome to Night Vale. The protagonist and narrator is a woman named Keisha, who is a truck driver, and she's driving all around America to find her missing wife. But it gets really, really dark, and like the narration is so good, so well written, and really spooky, and I really enjoy it.
It's a good one. And they're starting their last season in 2018.
Yeah.
It's only going to run for one more season, so you have time to catch up and like be there till you listen to it live as it wraps up.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, this is another controversial one.
Oh my gosh, we love controversy. We're all about that controversy.
No, I'm joking. So,
get us some views, you too.
My other recommendation is The Host, based on the book written by Stephanie Meyer. I'm joking. No.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure.
all two of you were giving like the grossest looks. So it's another South Korean horror movie. It's called The Host again. It's not Stephanie Meyer's The Host.
Okay, yeah.
It's a 2006 movie directed by Bong Joon-ho. And basically there's like a giant lake monster that's terrorizing a city, and it's like really, really good. It's a really good like creature film, like a creature horror film, so I recommend it.
Freaking love lake monsters. Like, love them. My next recommendation is a comic anthology, which I have right here. It is the Power and Magic, The Queer Witch Comics Anthology, which Mariana and I backed on Kickstarter a couple of months ago. Or was it last year? No, I think at the start of the year.
They wrapped up last year, and we got them earlier this year.
Yeah. So it's by Joamet Gill, who's a Afro-Cuban illustrator, artist, and put together this anthology with different queer artists who writing about queer witches, queer witches of color, and it's so great. And this is the kind of project that I love backing, because we should see more stories by queer people of color.
And they also just wrapped up their second Kickstarter, which is the volume 2 of this anthology, Immortal Soul.
Yes.
I also backed it. I'm like super excited to get that comic anthology.
Yeah, so go and get it. We'll put a link of where you can get it.
I think they're selling paperback issues. If you didn't catch the Kickstarter, it's too late to back, like it's over. But I think they might be selling some on their website, or I think they have some physical copies available at like different Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
So if that's in your area and if it's available to buy online, I definitely recommend it. It's really good.
So good. So good.
I had one. It just came to me because I saw it not too long ago, but I forgot the name. So yeah, it's about a girl. It's an Indian movie basically. It's about a girl who is afraid of going outside. What's the phobia again?
Agoraphobia.
It's the movie's called Phobia. There you go.
Hey.
It's about a girl who is she's afraid to go outside, and something happens in her house.
Oh.
So she has to find a way
to
go outside. That movie was stressful.
This is my spooky
So
jam.
stressful. Like, it was so good. You should watch it.
I will. The next one I want to talk about is a show that's ongoing at the moment called The Exorcist.
Oh yeah, no, watch it. Yeah.
Yes, inspired by
so
my favorite movie of all time, The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I'm sorry. So it's set in today's time. It's two priests, Father Tomas and Father Marcus. And so the first season finished last year. And
season 2 is airing right now. Please watch it.
Season 2 is airing right now. And John Cho is in it. And we have like just a bunch of, it is such, I want more people to watch this show, because I feel like I don't think it's getting as much love as it should, and it definitely should, because it's an amazingly written horror series that doesn't just it's not like a remake of The Exorcist. Like, it expands the universe of The Exorcist, and I think Jeremy Slater, who created the show, is just great.
I think my final recommendation is going to be 28 Days Later.
Yes!
Because there's a woman of color as the protagonist, and she's in the majority of the film, Selena, and like she's like a really well-rounded human character with like strengths and faults, and it's just a really good movie. Anything with fast zombies like scares the living shit out of me. Like, if the zombie apocalypse happened, I could power walk if it was like slow zombies, and I'd be fine, you know? But the moment you put me in a universe where there's fast zombies, I'm dead.
Oh no, I wouldn't be able to run. Like, I'd be the same thing. I'm just like,
goodbye.
No.
Goodbye. Oh gosh.
I have one that's recommendation.
Oh yes.
Oh, surprise.
I Am Legend with Will Smith. You guys?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie. Like, I know some people like didn't like it, but I really enjoyed it because I cried. But I was petrified. Like I made my boyfriend watch it, he couldn't finish it because he was just too scared.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't scary, it was just like the situation it was put, you know, like it was put on. It's a good movie. I mean, I liked it. I think you guys should watch it.
I want to recommend something that I haven't watched. Controversy. So I mentioned it in the last Pillow Talk episode with Raphael during our queer Q&A, how I heard about this series called 2 Sentence Horror Stories by Vera Miao, who's creating this anthology series. Yes. And she's Asian, she's queer. She's creating the series. The first episode, there's only 1 episode out so far. I haven't watched it because I can't stream it in Canada. The first episode is called Ma. I heard that it's about this Chinese American woman who has telekinesis and she falls in love with a black woman. And I'm just like, I'm all about this. This is the kind of thing that I want to watch and that I want to support. And if you are able to watch it, I definitely recommend looking into it because I'm really excited for it. And I wanted to get a second season, even though I haven't seen it, because we need more people of color. We need more queer people in the horror genre. I think it's just predominantly white and male, and I just, I want to be a part of that horror family also. Are we done with our recommendations?
I think that wraps us up. That's it from us today, folks. If you have any other recommendations, list them down below. Books, movies, comics, TV shows, anything that you think is queer or has a person of color in it that you really enjoy, let us know. Share the good word.
Yes. And we hope you all have an amazing Halloween.
If
you celebrate Halloween,
safe,
yes. Be safe. Eat lots of candy or don't. Be spooky.
Bliss.
Chase your bliss. Avoid sewers. Sewers.
Don't. If he promises you candy and he lives in a sewer, he's lying to you.
Yeah. If you see, chase your spooky bliss, my friends. If you see a UFO, go for it. Get out of here.
Don't do that.
Beam me up. Just beam me out of here.
So take care and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.